Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is specific for the girlies in the military or about to join the military. One of the biggest things that I really take pride in is my hair, because that's honestly, I feel like one of the very last things that the military allows women to keep. Basically, what I'm trying to say is female hair is one of those things that the military doesn't really mess around with too much, in a way. I mean, at least in the Air Force, we don't have the ability to choose neutral nail colors anymore. The way that we do our makeup is very heavily dictated, so yeah. And because I really feel like hair is a big thing, we're going to talk about what I do with my hair in the morning and at night. So the first thing I do, obviously, is kind of brush out my hair. This thing that I use at night is a sleepy tie, which is amazing. Don't be confused with those knockoffs at Amazon. Hold on. So this thing didn't do crap, honestly speaking. It looks like this in a way at really quick glance, but it's really not this, because you have the little bar over here, and then you have a little scrunchie on the end. And then this is just literally a oversized scrunchie. We will talk about this later. So one of the first things that I do with my hair routine is I use a hair oil, growth hair oil. Right now I'm using the Combat Gel Ashley's blend, which is pretty good. I kind of feel like perhaps it has helped with some type of hair growth, but I do so much hair growth products, hair care products, that I'm honestly not as 100% sure if that hair oil is really the main contributing factor to my hair actually growing and doing a lot better than what it was before. And then I just take a scalp massager and I just massage it, which I feel like I need to replace again, because I noticed that, I don't know if you can see, but the little spikes are starting to bend and all that stuff, and I don't know if it's supposed to do that. But this one is from the Dollar Tree, obviously really, really inexpensive. You don't really have to go expensive with scalp, silicone scalp brushes. I know that there's a lot on the internet and promotes X, Y, and Z, but I feel like at the end of the day, they all do the same thing, whether you get it from Dollar Tree or from some crazy top of the line out there. It does loosen up some dead hair. So just doing that over, and then I just brush it out before I actually put it up. Now, I know when I use a sleepy tie, it makes my hair all cute like this, which makes me kind of sad when I actually have to put it up. Anyway, next thing that I do is I pretty much wet my hair. This is one of those continuous spray brush bottles. I don't know if this is normal for continuous spray bottles, but this one leaks. This is from Kitsch. So I don't know if it's just the one that I bought or this is how continuous spray bottles are. I've been meaning to buy a new one, but I can't really justify the purchase because right now that one's not terrible. Now the hair gel of choice that I use is obviously Combat Gel. This is just in the little limited edition bottles, and this is in the scent of kiwi. On Combat Gel, my favorite scents are strawberry, blueberry, and watermelon. Those are my favorite. So I just kind of run my gel through my hair. Now, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but I have a natural part to the left side of my head. And I read recently somewhere that if you put your hair up frequently, you should probably switch the part every 3 days. So I have been doing that. And it's kind of been leveling itself out. The first time I did that, I had so many baby hair and it looked crazy. So, yep. And now I have actually 2 different types of brushes. I have the boar bristle and I have like a regular brush. I used to use both. Using putting my hair up, well, not that brush in general, but a brush before, like a normal brush. But my old brush got really gross because there was a lot of buildup of hair gel and hair products that I just use a boar bristle now. Brush it down to how I like it. Also look in the back to make sure that it doesn't look like I have balding or whatever. And yeah. How do I have a bruise here? I am one of those girls that just get bruises and I don't know where they come from. But for real though, like where the heck did that bruise come from? Anyway, so now what I'm doing is just pretty much smoothing it down. Just because like I obviously don't want to look bald. And I want my hair to look as nice as it can be. Part over here is kind of weird, but it is what it is. We'll just keep it that way. It's not a hair emergency, if you will. I think the trickiest part of putting my hair up with the side part is just making sure the back doesn't look crazy. So just brushing it over. And then I don't really use traditional hair ties. I use like really thick fabric hair ties. Just because I feel like it doesn't snag and it's gentle, a lot more gentle on your hair. So now I'll use my old brush or my other brush to kind of smooth out the ponytail. Now I'm gonna go back and pretty much wet my ponytail. Kind of prime it for gel. And then the excess gel that I have on my hand due to my ponytail, I just take it and I just smooth out the baby hair because I do have a lot of growth coming up. If you're using hair buns, girl, you gotta get up in modern times because Hairgami is so much better. Plus, you don't have to worry about hair buns getting all gross and smell musty or whatever. And when you take out Hairgami, it makes your hair look actually nice. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be like, you know, blow dry ready or anything, but it doesn't look as awkward as if you were to use a hair bun. So, I'll show you again. But basically, the whole thought of using the Hairgami, you just put it between and then you just roll it down. Sometimes you have to kind of like play around with it because it doesn't really roll up or match up where you want it to be, but it's a lot better than just having to position it and then needing to bobby pin your loose ends and all that stuff like that, because as you see my loose ends, all I need to do is just tuck it in, put some gel down, tuck it in, and that's it. So I'm gonna hit it again with some water. I'm gonna take some combat gel. I'm just gonna smooth the edges. So, see if maybe, hopefully this works. You can see it. And I just kind of roll it around, kind of tuck it in. Obviously I have like a little bit of hair sticking out, so I'm just gonna take another one of my hair ties and just tuck it in. See? Now, at this part, I just basically kind of look on the side view mirror, make sure that other sides that don't look smooth, I'm just gonna bobby pin it down. So my bobby pins that I use are kind of weird and I did not mean to buy it, but you know, bobby pin's a bobby pin. It's pretty much like it's curved. Did you know that the curved part, like this part over here, needs to be tucked underneath and then this is supposed to be on top? The little wavy part is supposed to keep your hair down, but a lot of us don't realize that. Upon closer inspection of my hair, I do see that there are some flyaways, like some loose hair in my bun, but that's okay because I literally blast my hair with hairspray. I'm a big component of hairspray. I know that at least for the Air Force, the instructions say that you should not be using excess hair styling products, but if you need to use multiple hairstyling products to make sure that your hair is good to go, then by all means do it. Now, I'm assuming it's kind of like, it's talking more of Knox, you know, the stuff that synchronized swimmers use.
This is the hairstyle that synchronized swimmers need to have for their competitions. It looks like it's sealed with glue.
I use Herbal Essence's volume hairspray. I used to use Suavecita's hairspray, but they've been out of stock for the longest time, and honestly, I don't think that they're going to restock their hairspray. Pretty sad, but it is what it is. Now, if you have any suggestions as far as like hair-friendly hairsprays, let me know. I used to use Tresemme until I heard Bretman Rock talk about how it makes your hair fall out, and that scared me, so I stopped using it. I literally blast my bun, because that's literally where most of my baby hairs are. And the last thing that I put, finishing touch, is a black scrunchie. I just put a black scrunchie on there just to make sure everything holds together. And then, voila, hair bun. Hair bun is done. There are some other products that I will mention. I recently I came around to this product. It's hair wax by Annie, and it looks like a deodorant, but all you really do is you just take this and you pretty much just run it over your hair in places that you want down. So like for instance, my sideburns are the bane of my existence. So like I'll use this over here. I actually mostly use this if I'm like going out or whatever. I don't really use this for work, but it is actually really nice. And there are also other, it looks like mascara sticks, but they're actually pomade and you just kind of look it over. I use it every now and then. I don't really care. It gets stuck in my sideburns, so I don't use it. But sometimes I'll use it up here. So, but anyway, that is my morning routine, and I will see you in like how many hours, and we'll talk about my nighttime hair routine. Well, hello, welcome back. Now it's nighttime and I just washed my hair. I don't typically wash my hair every day. Actually, that's sort of a lie. Sometimes I wash my hair, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on my mood. Usually when I get off of work, I'm just exhausted, so I'll wash my body, but then I'll just comb out my hair, and then the next morning maybe I'll wash it. I don't know. But usually when I don't wash my hair, I'll just comb out like all the flakes from my gel and my hairspray and then just call it good. But usually when I wash my hair, I am currently using, not like this really matters, but I'm using Miele's Rosemary Mint Strengthening Shampoo and Conditioner. By the way that I wash my hair is I use the conditioner first and then I shampoo. The whole thought process is basically you want to condition your roots, and usually it tells you when you're conditioning to leave on your hair for 5 to 10 minutes. Usually before then, I used to just shampoo my hair, condition, and then just wash it out, which was very much less than 5 minutes. So I started conditioning first and then shampoo, because shampoo, all you gotta do is basically your scalp, and conditioning is just the ends. And what I've noticed is that I feel like my hair feels a lot cleaner, and after using conditioner and then kind of washes the excess from the shampoo, it doesn't feel slimy. I mean, at least for me, I felt like conditioner, after I use it, it just felt like my hair was just slimy. Another thing that I use after I wash my hair is Super Milk conditioning hair primer. I usually use some kind of hair conditioner on my hair, my wet hair, because I don't want it to dry out. And when I dry out my hair, it usually feels kind of like, I don't know, it feels really strawy or wiry, if that makes sense. So I do like to use conditioner kind of as a added layer of protection or whatever. And currently that one from Lush I'm actually really liking. I previously have used Combat Gel's hair conditioner, which I do like. It's not terrible, but it's not really something that I'm really going crazy over, much like their Combat Gel stuff. So, and then after that, I just dry out my hair. So give me a second, I'm gonna go ahead and dry my hair. So earlier in this video, I mentioned the sleepy tie because when I started, I had this already in my hair. So I'm gonna show you how to use this. And honestly, I really like this stuff just because it does keep my hair locked in at night. Typically when you have longer hair, you want to kind of secure it so one, it doesn't get tangled up. My biggest problem is sleeping with my husband. My hair gets in the way, and one, I don't want to like have all my hair in his face. I don't want him jewel in my hair, and it sucks when my hair gets trapped under his body and then my hair is stuck. Also, it kind of helps with, I guess, hair growth or whatever, and breakage and whatever, so whatever. But this is a sleepy tie. It does come in 3 different sizes, small, medium, large. This one is small because my hair is thin. It's not thick like it used to be, so yeah. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this all set up. Basically, you want to put your hair up in somewhat of a high ponytail. So in one hand, you have it in a high ponytail, okay? Then you have like the handlebar thing. The directions say to hold it like a handlebar, but after some time, when you are pretty much used to using it, it comes second nature. So anyway, you're positioning the little bar or the cushion part on top of your head, and what you're gonna do is you're going to twist your hair over this bar, and then you're gonna do like, you're gonna pinch and pull your hair through. So like this. The first time that you use it, it feels really weird and it doesn't make sense, but then over time, you kind of get the hang of it and it gets easier. So now, since I wrapped up all of my hair, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna secure it in place. So like you see how I'm holding it in place, and I'm taking the 2 scrunchie pieces and I'm gonna twist it over like it says like a figure 8, and then all you do is you basically pull over the scrunchy part over, and then you just secure it in place, and that's it. Now the common mistake that I did when I first started doing it was I would do this, like kind of get the scrunchie underneath, and that's okay, but what I noticed throughout the night when my hair, like I move around a lot, the sleepy tie doesn't secure as well. I've gotten so used to this that I actually can do this without looking, and then in the dark as well, so not a flex. Figure 8, take the scrunchy pieces and just pull it over, and then that's it. And then you just go to bed, and then that's it. Another thing too is I've started investing into satin pillowcases. Kitsch had like this huge site-wide sale, and I bought like a bunch of satin pillowcases. I have also been told that satin pillowcases help with face, like it's antibacterial or something like that. So it kind of helps with your acne and all that stuff, and then obviously with hair. So that's all I really have for you. Hopefully you took some stuff away. If any took some stuff, like obviously tips and tricks, especially if you're in the military. I'm really, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm not really a die-hard shampoo fan. Like, I like to cycle through shampoos, like different types. So I am interested in one of those Korean bar soaps, like the hair soaps, because supposedly like it's going to increase the thickness of my hair or whatever. But yeah, let me know if there's anything that you're interested in me trying out or something of your fave. So all right, well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.